This is Hannah.
Who's this?
Catherine.
I'm Edwin.
And I'm Laura.
We're the flying family.
We like to go places, and we like to go there by flying. So come along with us. Back in October, I discovered that one of my friends, who I hadn't seen in actually like 16 years, was only living about 2 hours drive from us at Oklahoma Academy. And they have a 1,300-foot runway. I also found out that he had been working in the same village in South America that we had just this last couple of years. He left about, what, 2 years, or a year, only a year before we got there. So he so we want to get together and share and swap stories. And since they had a runway, I thought, hey, let's fly down there. But I wasn't totally sure if our 172 could get in and out of that runway. So this trip that we're discussing here was our first time flying in there to see how that runway would work. We tested on some other longer runways where we had we marked off the short 1,300 feet to see if it would work. Once we figured out that it would work, we decided to go ahead with the trip. My parents were flying it was a 175, it's kind of a unique airplane. Anyway, decided to fly with us. So there's 2 airplanes, and we were able to film one airplane, the other airplane. So it's kind of a fun little trip. My dad, in the 175, didn't have enough gas to go all the way there. So he took off and went to Gundy's, which is south of Ridge. My dad took off, and I started to crank the engine, and it didn't want to start. For Gundy's.
And what is it, about a 5-minute flight down to Gundy's?
Yeah. It's very short flight, which proved to be a problem.
So we knew that we had to get off of the ground by Tiny Tiger's hangar. And you can see that it's Tiny Tiger's hangar because there's a picture of a tiger on it.
Yeah, kind of a little cartoon little tiger. Kind of cute. On the side of the hangar. Laura all of a sudden got, yay, we made it! It's because we were off the ground in plenty of time for that 1,300-foot mark. We were well in the air by that point. So then, at that point, we knew that the rest of the trip was a go. that landing was actually not all that good because I was way off center line and it was sloppy. I'll just put that out there because I know I'm going to get comments on it. Like, you're way off center. Also keep in mind, from my perspective, looking down, the center line is in a different position than from the co-pilot seat. Things look very different from one seat to the other. But yes, I was way off center line on that one.
There goes Grandma and Grandpa.
They took off, and then I tried to start the airplane. Guess what? It wouldn't start. Airplanes have very small batteries, and I had used up a lot of energy in the battery trying to get it to start the first time. And I didn't fly it, but just 5 minutes. The 5 minutes from Sand Ridge down to Gundy's, which wasn't enough to recharge the battery. So I walked over to a hangar, and there was a gentleman there that was like, "Oh yeah, I can hand prop it." And he said, "The only thing I won't hand prop is a steerman. It's just too big." And he came out, and
Okay.
we
Off.
started the airplane the old-fashioned way.
On.
One piece of advice I have for mommies wanting to take their children on an airplane.
Make sure they're belted in the back seat.
Is take snacks. Take snacks that your kids like to eat. It'll help keep them happy.
We have a little singer in the group.
When I sing, Gloria, in a Chelsea stadium. Is that what I sing?
Yep, we've been practicing at the church for the Christmas program, and so the songs that were on Catherine's heart were Christmas songs. you come to an unfamiliar airport, particularly if it's a grass or dirt runway. This is one of those things I learned flying 182s down in Guyana, is you don't want to just set down on a runway that you haven't been to before. You want to fly over that runway, take a look at that runway, see what's there, see what the challenges and the hazards are. Are there dogs? Are there birds? Is there deer on the runway? Is the issue I had down there was sometimes there were drunk people running around on the runway. I had a guy pull out on the runway with a four-wheeler once, right as I was getting ready to land. So take a look at that runway and be prepared for a go-around, because when that guy pulled out in front of me with a four-wheeler, I had no choice. I had to go around. So you always have to be ready for that go-around.
Be sure to watch part 2 of our trip down to Oklahoma Academy.
Some really cool night footage on that one. Kind of reminded me of pictures I see from the space shuttle or the International Space Station. Be sure to like, subscribe to see other places that we go. We have some other cool ideas in the works. So until next time.